I have a huge question for you that I know will impact you because it has been shifting how I look at things in massive, massive ways. So first and foremost, how we do most things is how we do most things. And most women, especially moms, do desire to make more money. However, time is your biggest barrier. And there are some time constraints that we cannot control. And also, there are time constraints that we do control, or at least we can. So the big question that I want you to sit with is asking yourself, what if you started to treat your home as $1 million business? Would you do things differently? Would you make different decisions? Would you feel different if your home brought you in $1 million? Which, if it brought in $1 million, you would need to take care of it. There would need to be systems and support just as much as $1 million business would, right? And so the beautiful part about you starting to think about this and take aligned actions on it is, one, your peace of mind, your mental health, your well-being, your energy, your focus. I was making sure that my phone wasn't going to fall off on you, is going to change so much. And again, how we do most things is how we do most things. And whether you have your own business right now or not does not matter, because once we get your home dialed in so much, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to have more energy. And therefore, even if you don't have a business, you're going to have the time to do it or get healthier, right? Or both. If you already have a business, you're going to have so much more time to manage your business, to grow your business, and implement systems there too. So many of us are running around with our heads cut off, being so reactive, so stressed out, so burnt out. And I've seen this with women that don't have a business, and I've seen this with women in the multi-millions of dollars. So it's not, well, when I make more money, then I won't be running around with my head cut off, because who you are is who you are. Whether you have X amount of money or more money, you continue to be you. And so when we can actually just slow down for a hot second and dial things in, you will speed up everything. And this is truly how we create ease, flow, and fun. If we are constantly in reactive mode, it is a recipe for burnout. It is a recipe for exhaustion. It is a recipe for missing things. You actually it's harder to make more money. It's harder to live a good life when you are constantly reacting. So the word that I keep using is, how can I be proactive? So I've been using the word proactive. And I do want to give a shout out to our episode sponsor, which is my dear, dear friend, Jennifer Courtwright. She has an amazing real estate team. They are focused in the Marysville, Ohio community and surrounding areas. And she is just a heart of gold. She loves giving back to the community. She loves helping her clients. She has an amazing real estate team with her, with the Courtwright Group. And I would love for you to check her out on social media. I have known her for years. And I'll never forget the first time I met her. I was like, you're even more beautiful in person, like inside and out. Like I gave her a big hug, and that's the power of social media. Like, although we live close, I knew her mostly on social media and then had the pleasure of meeting her not too long ago. And we've just, gotten really connected, and I just love her. So this is a perfect episode for her to sponsor. Being a real estate agent, she knows how important it is to have your home, even if your home is an apartment or like an actual house that you own or you rent, it does not matter, because your home is where you spend a lot of your time. You get to enjoy wanting to be in your home. And this is something we have so much control over. And a follow-up question to my first question of, what if you started treating your home like $1 million business? Would you do anything differently? I'm going to follow that up with a little bit more of a uncomfy question. I don't love the word uncomfortable, but this may get you sweating a little bit, and then we'll bring it back in. So if I were to come into your home and grade it if it were to be $1 million business or not. Like, think of this as like me evaluating your business. Well, could you like honestly tell me like, yes, this is $1 million business being your home? Like, follow along with this analogy for a second. And a lot of people would be like, oh no, nothing is organized. There's no routines. There's no systems. There's shish. That's what we're going to call it. Shish. There's shish. I just made up that word. There's shish everywhere. You know, there's just, it's a lot. Like, most people would be like, no, don't, like, Nellie, do not evaluate my $1 million business, aka my home, at $1 million. It doesn't deserve that yet, right? So that's like you exposing yourself, you being honest with yourself. So I know that can be like a little bit of an uncomfy question, but honest, right? And how we create change, how we create growth, how we get to where we want to go is being extremely honest with yourself. You don't have to go make a social media post and be like, my home is a shit show and I know it. You don't have to do that for this to work. You just literally looking in the mirror, you writing in your journal, you telling your partner, like, we've got to reel this in. Like, we can do this. We deserve to have a peaceful home. And peaceful does not mean perfect, but peaceful means it's easy to manage. Like, I have powerful systems in our home that even when it's messy, I can reset it I can reset one floor in under 30 minutes. I can reset the whole house in 1 hour. And this has taken me a minute, and I have ADHD and I've got kids. It's not easy when there's all these little humans, right? And me included, making these messes. But the systems allow the mess to be okay, that I can quickly move into action and I know exactly what I can do to reset my home. And then we've started to look at other areas of our life and our home differently. Less toys, planning our meals a month in advance. If you've heard me share updates, I'm about to go through the kids' clothes and mine and plan our clothes for a whole month, including pajamas, underwear, workout clothes for me, kids' clothes every single day for a whole month. Me planning for just a week for my brain is not enough. I need a longer stretch, because when I can just do something once and knock it out and then it lasts for a month, it's enough that I can get my brain on board. And so I've had to be really honest with myself. I have literally decided with that, then we're going to just wash laundry once a month. Us always having to do it creates us being in reactive mode, and with 2 businesses, 2 kids, a dog, etc., constantly running the washer machine is just not conducive for the life that I desire. So me planning the clothes for a whole month, knowing that everyone has clean clothes, knowing that it's intentional that we're not doing laundry for a whole month, then I can bang out all the laundry and then reset, really works for this season of life. Like, if there's something urgent, we can do it, but us just deciding that that is how we're going to move into action, my nervous system has just been like, oh my gosh, yes, this is amazing. Like I mentioned, us shifting and planning meals for a whole month, huge difference, not only for our budget, but just the energy day to day. I went and picked up all of our items for the week that we needed, and we do one big Sam's Club run for just like all the non-perishable things once a month, which is really helpful. And then the week to week, we're getting like the dairy, the produce, etc. So I did a Kroger pickup order today. It did take a little bit longer than I would have liked, but that's okay, because it was still, I could sit in my car, I could do a few things, and then I moved forward. Again, having a home that is worth $1 million, like the systems that you're creating, doesn't mean that it's perfect, just as much as a business that is evaluated at $1 million is not perfect. I work with multiple women that have multi-million-dollar businesses, and they're constantly putting out fires. They have stress, they have confidence challenges and mindset challenges, and there's not things going well. And there's also so many other things going well, right? Like, so when we actually detach, it's been one of my favorite words recently, detach from things being perfect, that alone is going to calm your nervous system. Then we go into systems mode, planning mode, getting ish out of your house mode. Like, the less and less things that we have in our home, it's huge. And also deciding that that's going to be the new normal, right? So not doing toy trips. I've even started to think about, for birthdays and Christmas, anyone that buys our kids gifts, maybe I ask in advance, hey, we would actually really love more experiences and like one toy that they really love, right? Because if not, if we don't have these systems in place, if we don't have these boundaries in place, then the vicious cycle is just going to return again. So systems are how we get to where you want to go. And systems are really built on choice and habits. We've got to choose that we want to do it, and then we've got to build the habits around it. That's what a system is. A lot of people think systems are software. Softwares help you do the system, but they're not the actual system, if that makes any sense. So you finding things that work for you and your family is how you're the CEO of your household. And I want you to be the CEO of a household that is worth $1 million and then some. And how we really make that happen is choice and systems, and not giving up, like truly moving forward and working through the challenges just as much as you would if you were the CEO of a $1 million company, right? So we've got to clear the way, right? Like, we've got to get the stuff out of your home. Most people have 80% of things that they do not use, that they actually do not like, that they do not want. And then everything stays there. We spend so many hours a week looking for things that we need. You spend even more if you have ADHD finding things, right? Like, the reactive energy that you are spewing every single day and every single week could absolutely build $1 million business. Like, and I say that with like legal asterisks because you know how people are, but like, it could absolutely, those habits, those systems, that energy, that confidence, that opened up time could absolutely build $1 million actual company. And that's why I say how we do most things is how we do most things. So you actually dialing in your life first. And I don't want you to feel like you can't do both at the same time. I just did a reel on that today, but most women, most moms don't build passive income because they're so overwhelmed with all of the things. Like, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or a corporate mom, or you've got clients, passive income, the simplest definition of passive income is you making something once and making money on it for a long period of time. Like, think of the sitcom Friends. The sitcom Friends is still making money to this day for those people. And The Big Bang Theory, same thing. Like, obviously they had many seasons, but lots of movies still make money. Those are like more pop culture examples, but courses, digital products, affiliates, right? Like, things that you're doing once or every now and then, and it continues to make you money. Obviously the stock market, real estate, etc., are all forms of passive income. What I teach is digital products that are education based, meaning we take all of your knowledge, we take all of your experience, we take everything that you know, and we package that up digitally in different ways and sell it. So I'm helping some of our students build their digital playbook this weekend. So they're putting in time and energy this weekend to build it, but then they'll be able to sell it for as long as they want to sell it, over and over and over again. And why I'm so passionate about this form of passive income is, one, it feels incredible because you're giving your knowledge at a very affordable price typically, and you're able to fit it in small pockets of time, and it's very profitable because you just have to be willing to have the time. And so why I am talking about this episode today is because I need you to have the time so we can make you more money. Like, it's kind of like which one came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, you know, we can piecemeal things together to like you to find the time. But for moms, it's not necessarily just finding the time, it's finding the energy. And so when you sit down after the end of the day, you may have two hours before you go to bed, but you're like, I am so mentally drained. There's no way I could build a digital product right now. There's no way I could, you know, do whatever you're wanting to do, or you know that would like support your wealthiest self. And so it's not just the time that moms are lacking, it's the energy, the bandwidth, the endorphins, the focus, the clarity, the confidence, the knowledge, and all of these things are so solvable. Like, we can solve all of these, and you just taking literally even if you just took this coming weekend, whenever you're listening or watching this, and you just went through your whole home and you grabbed trash bags, you grabbed boxes, and you just got as much out of your home that does not add value to your life. It does not save you time. It does not give you joy. It does not add value. We have so much in our homes that do not save us time, do not add value, do not add joy. And them being in your home is actually burning your energy. It's burning your energy because you know it deep down. You're like, why does that stay there? Like, why does that stay there? So you just taking a weekend and clearing as much as you can. One of my favorite hacks, I'm literally follow in my stories if you're listening to this recently, because I'm going through this right now. I am raising my standards. I am up-leveling every aspect of my life because the next version of the business that I desire require a stronger woman, not a leader, not a CEO, a woman. And what I know about myself is when my family feels very taken care of, I feel very powerful, I feel very peaceful, and I feel very clear mentally that I can move forward and spend time on my business. So many women tell me, they're like, I can't work at home because there's dishes, right? There's laundry, there's all the things. That's because we're in reactive mode. And when we actually just wave our white flag and be like, you know what? I'm going to take the keys to the kingdom back, and I'm going to rise up and level up. And this home is going to be $1 million business. And you're going to get systems in place. You're going to get everything feeling amazing for your family because you have the power to do it. And interesting enough, if you have a partner, you just starting this process and your family starting to reap the benefits and the rewards will motivate your partner to help. Obviously, you can clearly ask too. And if not, that's okay too. If you're a single parent or your partner doesn't want to be involved, that's okay. It's okay. You can move forward and still take charge and do this. So back to what I was originally talking about. So I'm going through the next phase right now for myself, which is why I feel so passionate about this and why I know that it works, because I've done this a few times, but this is like a whole new juicy level that I want you to feel, that I want you to experience, because oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like, it's written all over my face all day, every day. Like, everything feels so dialed in. And typically in areas of our life that we don't feel confident in, we feel insecure. And it's because we feel uncomfortable. Either we don't know something, or we know that or we don't know something, or we know that it's bad. And I say bad like with love. Like, I don't love the word good or bad. Like, we know that it's not what we want. Let's change our words a little bit. Like, if someone were to walk into your home right now, it's not necessarily about it being perfect, but like, when you feel good about it, your vibe is different. When you don't feel good about something, your vibe is different. And so where we lack confidence is most likely because we don't feel that great about it. Either it feels unknown, or it feels like we're not really proud of it, or we don't really love it. Like, a lot of people hide their body when they don't love their body, right? And this is at all sizes. This is not like stick figures. Like, this is like Lizzo is one of my favorite like self-love examples because she just loves who she is and she owns every inch of her body. And I love that. Like, I love that. And so she has a different vibe than somebody that doesn't love their body, right? And so imagine this year you dialing in every aspect of your life that you do feel confident in it. You do feel amazing. You have nothing to hide. You know what you need to know. You're doing what you need to do. Like, you feel so empowered. You feel so dialed in. It's a whole vibe. I'll never forget when I finally started losing weight before kids, like finally. People started to notice. I really didn't have to say anything. And then that's how my business, my first iteration of my online passive income streams started because of other people. They're like, what are you doing? Tell me. I need to know. I need to get the sauce, right? So you are the strategy. Whether you have a business right now or not, everything that you desire is you. You are the secret sauce. You are the secret sauce. And this is the most powerful information you can receive. I believe if you are listening to this right now, you need to hear this. You want to hear this, a little bit of both, but it's you. It is you all day, every day. You can enroll support, you can read books, but at the end of the day, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. This changes everything. You let go of the blame game. You let go of complaining just to complain. Like, you start to step into your power that's already within you, and you radically transform your entire life because of you. And this can happen so fast. Like, I've been doing a few episodes on different parts of my life. So I did a health section, and today is the life section, like your home. I have many more coming, but I've been carrying cash. I cut up credit cards. I deleted Amazon on my phone. I deleted DoorDash on my phone. Like, I know that the next level that I desire for my life, for my family, for myself, for my business, for my health is going to require a better, more committed, more focused, no nonsense, no BS, loving human being. And I know that I can do that. I know that I'm capable just as much as you're capable. And it is being willing to roll up the sleeves and to do it. So I love chunking things down for people that I work with. And so that's why I love the weekend challenge. In one weekend, you could radically make a massive dent in your home. You don't need to go read a book. You don't need to go buy anything. Most likely you have trash bags in your home. If not, we can put everything in a pile. A lot of people have a hard time with this because they're like, oh, well, I could resell things. Reselling things take more energy that you don't necessarily have. So if there's a few, like I have a small box, well, it's actually a basket. I have a small basket right outside this room that has things that I really do want to sell. Like, I know that they'll sell for a high ticket. I know it'll be worth my time. And this past weekend, I just went into F it mode, and I was like, because there was other things, and I was like, no. Too much time, too much energy that I would rather go into my health, that I would rather go into my family, that I would rather go into my business. We gonna donate it. We gonna move on with our lives and forgive myself for us not using it or wanting it or whatever changed, right? Because I think that's probably our hardest thing is when we want to detach from things. We're like, but what if I need it? Or I spent money on this and I don't want to give it up. Your energy and your time is worth more than any money out there. You only have so much energy and so much time. It is actually it is a limited resource. Your time and your energy is limited. Money is not. So when we start to really step into abundance and release, you will make back that money in other ways because you released it, you detached from it. I know this can be like woo-woo for some, but so powerful because you're opening up space for more. Every time I move furniture around, I make more money. I have no scientific study to prove it, but that it works because you're shifting the energy, you're feng shuiing your space, which does open up energy within you to be like, okay, let's get creative. Let's look at things. Let's actually build passive income, right? And so you shifting your space, which your environment is so important, really does help you make more money. Whether it's in a business or not a business, you start to find money. You start to ask for a raise. It's really, really cool. And I really believe it. And I've done this for years. So spend a weekend, go through your home. What does not give you joy? What does not save you time? What does not add value to your life? And when I say add value to your life, you're not using it, right? It's just sitting there. So it can't add joy and it can't save you time if it doesn't add value. So really getting very, very picky and intentional with what is in your home and where everything is located, which would be like phase 2, is so massive for your entire life. Like it really, really is. And a peaceful home is huge. Like I've been saving Emma's artwork and I got to a point where I'm like, let me digitize this. Like it being in a bin does not make me a good mom. Like, do I need the physical pieces of it? If I digitized it and put it, we're building like a family blog that will be private, but like give them like a time capsule of their whole life, a whole nother podcast episode on that, which I'm really, really excited about. But because I've been doing so much in my life of systems and so much automation in my business, it's opened up time and energy where I can build a time capsule for my kids and actually have the time and energy to do it, right? And so you really focusing on this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can digitize all of her artwork and put it on the blog where, it actually would be more enjoyable anyways, because if it's in a bin, it can still get messed up. You can get water on it. It can get lost, right? And then I would be really sad about it. So again, this is a process. You're not going to get everything done in a weekend, but what I can guarantee you is you're going to feel better. You're going to be so empowered. You're going to be so unstoppable. Like a body in motion stays in motion. And if you desire more happiness, more joy, more confidence, more money, more fill in the blank, you are the secret sauce. It's no one else. It's you. You can add other people in, but we must start and end with you. And that's where people overlook because they go to the books, they go to the gurus and the experts and the coaches and the mentors, and they think that they're the secret sauce. Well, they have probably figured out things that will be helpful for you. However, if you are not in a good energy, if you do not have the time to implement what they're telling you, if you aren't believing and trusting in yourself, like it's not going to land the way that it needs to land. And equally, you're not trusting yourself that you are capable enough to start and end things. So allow other people to support you, but we don't want to lose your voice in the process. And it's so much easier said than done, but so important that you hear that. And I just want you to feel better on this journey. Don't fall into the trap of like, well, when I make more, then I'll hire a house cleaner. Then I will hire, an assistant or whatever it may be. Wherever you're at right now, you should feel amazing. And that should just continue. And again, doesn't mean things are perfect. I have some dishes in my sink right now after doing dishes twice today, but it's systems. Systems create predictability. And us as humans love predictability. And it's so much easier to follow a system and not be reactive because you have predictability. And then you just follow the system over and over and over again. And it is radically going to change your life. So spend a weekend, get as much out of your home as possible, start to organize things, start to really focus on what would make you feel better in your home, from a routines aspect to changing up how you do your chores, like I shared with you earlier. And then we'll get into other aspects like your finances and other episodes. I lightly mentioned it tonight, but you having a dialed in home really, really makes a massive difference. And again, this can be in your apartment, this can be in your dorm room, this can be in your actual home. Wherever you call home gets to feel amazing. And it's not buying a bunch of stuff to put in it. It's use what you already have to make it feel amazing and get rid of anything that does not make it feel amazing. And don't look back. Don't hold regrets. Don't hold attachment, because it is stopping you from your wealthiest life energetically, emotionally, financially, physically, mentally, all of it. So us releasing is one of the most beautiful, profound things that you can do, and you can do it in a weekend. So when you do your weekend, when you are doing it, drop me a DM, like truly, like drop me a DM and be like, Nellie, it's going down right now. This is how I'm feeling. I'm so proud. And I would love to just like clap with you, celebrate with you, and hear how you're feeling before, during, and after. So excited for you. Jennifer, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. Super, super grateful for you. Check her and her team out. If you want to sponsor an episode, they're $25. Love giving shout outs. There's tons of other sponsorship opportunities with the Wealthy Mama movement, but we are on a mission to help everyday moms live a wealthy, wealthy life for them and their family, and do it one digital asset at a time. That sounded really good. I just made that up and I think it sounded amazing. So we have so much in store this year for the Wealthy Mama movement. You can get involved in so many different ways, from our virtual 5K to being a sponsor to joining Passive Income School to very, very soon buying templates of ours, merch of ours. Don't buy too much merch because I don't want it to be in your house. But we are just truly on a mission to help moms live an amazing, amazing life. And everything that I'm talking about helps you do that. And we have tons of free resources as well. So I love you so much. Thank you for being a part of this journey. I love hearing from you. Never hesitate to pop into my DMs and just say, hey, would love to make a connection and hear what you're doing on your journey. Goodbye.